Welcome back, my little recusants, to another episode of our Kingdom Hearts Final Mix 100% guide. We are back in Hollow Bastion. It's maybe been like 12 hours later, but we're ready to save Kairi because time, as it is, wasn't of the essence. And we could delay that so long to get all our items and really cool accessories. But here we have one of the holy trinity of like really rare people we have to like, heartless we have to like fight. Because we need to hunt down power crystals. So the enemies in Hollow Bastion that are, you know, of the rank I suppose of dropping crystal items. So you've had like shards, you've had gems, and now it's the 4 heartless I should say. 4 heartless to drop the crystal variants of items. The Dark Balls drop Lucid Crystals. The Defenders, that's the guy with the shields, they drop Bright Crystals. The Wizards drop Shiny Crystals. And the Wyverns drop Power Crystals. So we need to be hunting down these 4. And unfortunately I couldn't showcase it, I just didn't have the summoning power to showcase, unfortunately. But basically, if you're able to get enough KOs with Bambi to fill his gauge 3 times, Bambi in Hollow Bastion is able to actually drop Lucid Crystals as a drop chance. So he drops Lucid Gems at like tier 2 and above, and then at tier 3 and above it's Lucid Crystals. So basically when we get him to this level, he was able, since he got to tier 2, potentially drop Lucid Gems. He didn't spawn him that time, but if I am able to get him filled again, so that's like 3 times filling it, I would have been seeing the potential for a Lucid Crystal drop. But unfortunately, the Wizards, they go like invincible mode, and yeah, it's just not ideal. And what's really frustrating is once you defeat this wizard, it's like there spawns like 7 or 8 different Dark Balls and stuff. So I 100% could have if we were just that little bit quicker. Because yeah, then we get this big spawn, which would have been like tons of kills for Bambi's kill count. But I come back and do it in late game, but I'm just saying if you guys wanted to, you 100% could do that. Now, Hollow Bastion is this really fascinating area where the lift stop, even though we enter it in different places, it's actually all one big room just covered by hidden invisible walls. And if we come down this way, we're actually able to get to the waterway area. Goofy nearly knocking the defender out of my gravity range would have been so frustrating. And I accidentally like attack onto a lift. But if we end up in this lift stop though, we end up getting a mithril. So very nice. And if I hadn't have done already, I hadn't have basically ran backwards, dropped down and entered the dungeon for that blue trinity, you're actually able to find an elevator to bring you down via that area. So like they're all really interconnected, which is super cool. But obviously I was just like, no, I want to get the waterway save point, so I'll just run down to the dungeon and I can save warp back to, you know, other areas pretty quick. But this is where gravity shines, because you are literally able to just one-hit all the really powerful enemies with one gravity spell, especially when you have such high magic that essentially it becomes an instant destruction move, which is quite good. So using gravity again to find these little hidden chests. Don't skimp out on them. They have orichalcums and other really useful items, so it's just good to explore and, you know all your different options. But what's funny is that if you actually went into first person mode and looked all the way up, you would see basically the end game area of this castle where we end up, you know, reaching at the end of this episode. But they're all interconnected in that one big room. I'm not sure if like geographically they make sense, like if we were to put like, you know, But then again, maybe it does, if we were to actually get a full-scale plan of like the castle and the different elevator areas. You know, they made sense of it with Captain Hook and his ship. Maybe they did with the castle as well. Wouldn't put it past them. But if you glide over to this little area, we end up finding a treasure chest with more of the puppies. So we're getting closer and closer to all 99 being safe and sound. Unfortunately, I'm not sure why they did it this way, but basically you can't get all 99 puppies before completing Hollow Bastion once. There's basically an area of the game that you have to go to in order to, you know, finish Hollow Bastion for the first time. And then, you know, when you revisit there, that's where the last puppy is. Unfortunate. But if you just glide over there, you can get an Orichalcum and a Haste 2G. Pretty good. I just super speeded it because I was like, I really don't want this to be too much over 30 minutes. So there's quite a few different things that are just these really slowed down, protracted, like deliberately monotonous, like waiting in elevators. So I just put it to 2 times speed. And then what Bambi is great for is Bambi's a free cottage, because if you can just summon him during combat and literally heal yourself, and so long as you can collect all of his different prize orbs, you can get back to full MP. Now, probably just for Sora, but at the same time it's like, well, I suppose Bambi's a free elixir, 1 MP, and then all of a sudden you can get full MP bar back. So I'm literally just like, come on Bambi, keep showering me with MP orbs, please. I want to get to max MP, come on. And like, it's just so funny because like, yeah, the amount of, I suppose, MP energy it takes to get Sora back to max is just a ridiculously long time, you know? But the more MP you have, the more MP orbs Bambi drops, so you know, it all balances, you know? If you had less MP, you'd have less MP bars to restore, but you'd be earning less MP bubbles. So, there's that. Now if we run over here, it's actually our last Trinity. And it's so fitting that like the last Trinity we do is like one of the first ones, like as in the first type of Trinity we had, the Blue Trinity. So with that we get our little unlock. And now when we go to the journal, we'll basically have a little golden Jiminy stamp of approval. And our goal for all these different achievements is to get that entire journal sparkling with golden stamps. But up we go on the lift stop, like it's such a little maze, oh my god. But we end up arriving at the Great Crest, which is basically, again, a bit higher up from where we were before, and we can get in another lift. So yeah, this is just the world of lifts, and like, just vertically scaling this castle, but like it's epic, and the set looks amazing, and the music is gorgeous, and the enemies are a real step up. Like there's no way you do not feel like, oh actually yeah, this is a whole other level to like this whole thing. But no, funny that I managed to you know, get the treasure chest down with gravity and like kill a bunch of heartless at the same time. So, you know, we conserve our MP in this house. 1 spell, multiple KOs, and object interaction. That's why we love gravity. And what I love as well is that this whole world has been basically saying you get rewards by using gravity, and essentially there's a boss later on that again we can use gravity to our advantage and punish that character for trying to use floating platforms and be like, listen, we've been destabilizing floating platforms with gravity this entire world. And what's super cool as well is that if you didn't do the, I suppose, the tournaments, let's say, gravity would have been a brand new spell, only unlocked at Halloween Town, and, you know, you would have been using stop, and you would have been using all these little spells, bar gravity, and then this world comes along and it's like, we're giving gravity its day, we are giving, you know, some time for gravity to, you know, let it shine, you know, give it some environmental activity as well as really powerful enemies that, yeah, you could be attacking with like 10 or 12 fires, or you could spend 1 MP to do massive damage, you know? Like if you were trying to thunder a defender, it would take absolutely forever. And oh my god, shiny crystal drop from the wizards, like unbelievable. Should buy a lotto ticket. Drops are looking good tonight. And you know, just heal up your friends. Like, I know they abandoned us very recently for our ex-best friend, but they came to their senses, and maybe if I showed them more love and curing, they would have stayed with me all the time. So, you know, I'm not sure. And as I said, when you see the shield going to do a fire attack, you can hit it with blizzard. If you see it doing a blizzard attack, you can hit it with fire and do tech damage. And there it's about to do a fireball, so blizzard. Now, the dark balls, unfortunately, are just really frustrating in how they do things. And what's really sad is that I think I deliberately brought down that gravity treasure chest and then didn't open the treasure chest. So sorry guys if but I think I did forget to open that the first time. Whoopsies. But now we have a pathway up to basically the end game now. But there's one thing you need to do, and it's very well hidden. You can hop into here, and there's a hidden accessory that is probably the best for Donald, but at the moment we're going to just use it for ourselves until we get better stuff. The Royal Crown increases elemental resistances, gives you 2 MP, but the trade-off is you lose some strength. But I'm 100% just going to be like, yeah, I'm using that, and Donald can just hold the EXP ring. It is 100% fine. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I'm there like Ray of Light, but I'm like, no wait, I want to put on the EXP ring. I need that boost to EXP. What am I doing? But yeah, fire, ice, and lightning damage of 20%. Reduces your strength by a bit, but increases your MP by 2. So I'm just going to say, once we get better accessories for me, that is going to be a great defensive and MP focused item for Donald, 100%. And as I say, I'm literally like, oh, there's like, you know, do I give him like a Gaia Bangle or like, yeah, because look at the Gaia Bangle, like that's so much HP. Like 9 extra HP and more defense. It's pretty good, like. But then there's the Titan's Chain that's just like massive defense. Massive strength and a raise to defense as well. So, you know, getting Goofy 3 Titan's Chains will just change everything. And you see, I drop down there and then you end up having to just scoot back up and go back through other zones. So I cut that out. It's like you just run, you know, to the next bit and the next bit, and then you end up back where we were before. But we're not even done yet, because while we were able to, you know, go into that little secret area underground, underneath the moving platforms, we're able to actually go to an area higher up. And we're able to get some more stuff. So there's just treasure chests and different pathways all over, so it's just really good. And look, one well-timed ripple drive and everything's gone. You know, Sora's power is just unmatched. And you'll remember that super long that super long elevator that we could get in the library. It went one way, and now with that button pressed, it goes the other way. So I will just cut to the library. And basically we're going to take that elevator all the way up and around. So we can get a really powerful electricity resistant item. And all I'm going to say is the boss we're going to fight does really powerful electrical attacks. So if you're going to have Goofy be our absolute defensive tank that he is, we could 100% equip that electricity defensive accessory to him, so he will outlast anything and everything. And now we literally get a whole different way of traveling up and over this way. And what's super funny is I was like, oh, what's that other little like way that goes down? And I realized that's from like the Great Crest up. So it is actually, I think, all actually very well connected, to be honest. So that was one side of when we went up with the elevator. And then you can see that little doorway directly in front of us. That is actually where it leads us to the end game. And one more gravity spell, end game, like the final boss area. So like we're literally leaving here to then come back to this area just in different ways. And what's gas is that if these invisible barriers were taken down, you could probably scale the castle, like going from the library and just jumping and gliding around and get up to the top, all through this little straight funnel through the area. I skipped the elevator back because I'm like, you don't need to watch that bloody monotony going down along. And with this, we ended up getting max accessory up, and I'm literally like, oh my god, this changes everything. I literally have the chance to equip something brand new that will give me 2 more MP. And we went with the Moogle badge, basically. Boost to kind of all my stats and enhances magic and summoning power. And that, guys, is not a description to be underestimated, because cheer increases our magic and summoning power, and while certain keyblades might increase our magic, they might not increase magic and summoning power. Now, increasing your MP will naturally do that anyway, but if something boosts MP and increases magic and summoning power, it is as good as a hidden extra MP bar, realistically. And if you have something that significantly boosts magic and summoning power, that's where it gets really nifty. And all I'm going to kind of foreshadow is summons are going to carry a boss fight. And I know for a fact, if our stuff wasn't as high or wasn't as boosted, you know, the next couple of fights wouldn't have been absolutely epic, basically. So there's that. So do not underestimate the importance of the wording of your accessories. And I'm just here like, guys, can we just stop the wyvern, please? Can the wyvern stop dipping and dodging? And then I finally was like going to land a thunder, and then they killed him anyway. So I don't know why I try. It's so difficult. They make it so difficult. And I'm there like, oh, can I block? No, I can't block. Can I block now? Oh, yay, getting tech points. But again, these guys, one gravity, explosion, amazing. But I'm gonna just stay quiet for this cutscene.
So, I see the path has emerged at last.
Yes, the keyhole to the darkness.
Unlock it, and the Heartless will overrun this world.
What do I care? The darkness holds no power over me. Rather, I will use its power to rule all worlds.
Such confidence.
Oh. Ah, impossible! The princesses of Heart are all here. It must be her.
Without her heart, she will never be able to release her power.
The king's fools are here. I'll deal with them myself. You stay here and guard the princesses.
So you're gonna notice one thing about Riku. He's blue, dabba-dee, dabba-die. So normally his, like, darkness funk was always green, because it's smelly and toxic. So, you know, that was good for us. And now it's all blue. Because it's so sad how deep into the darkness he's gone. But, no, that's like a foreshadowing for some crazy stuff that's going to happen a bit later. But I'm also like, Beast, oh my god, you have so much stuff. Just take the potions that I do not want, so I can actually take good equipment from, you know, our stockpile that has way too much stuff in it, and give it to my friends. And basically I'm like, yeah, we have 99 high potions. Just here, Donald, have all the high potions you could possibly want. I'm sure you have the defense to be able to withstand attacks that will allow us to, you know, or allow you rather, to like use items in your inventory. But why do I have the feeling you're just going to KO and be unconscious, and then your stock is going to be full because you were just unconscious and not able to use your items on anybody else? And then I'm like, let's just fill up with mega potions and mega ethers. Let's just fill up. Let's just do whatever, you know? It'll be G. Because once again, all I'm saying is boosted experience gain is beautiful. And as well as that, we're going to be using a cottage just to like have a free save point, recover everybody's everything. And then I'm like, ooh, I have 2 AP. What will I equip? And then I'm like, oh my god, I actually have an AP up. So I really have 3 extra AP. What will I equip now, guys? It's going to be Encounter Plus, because I realized, oh, I actually really like that. And then I was like, oh, will I get just like a Combo Plus and like something else for 1 AP? Nah, I go for Tech Boost. Ignore me. And then I'm looking to Donald, and I'm like, Donald, what do you have? And I'm like, not really a lot. But I could, and I do, unequip Berserk to give him second wind, because I'm like, you're going to be unconscious. I might as well make it that if I'm in like a pickle, trying to like sort the rest of my life out, that like you will more than likely, you know, wake up of your own accord fairly quickly. But our MP is back, and now we are confronting Maleficent herself.
I'm afraid you're too late. Any moment now, the final keyhole will be unsealed. This world will be plunged into darkness. It is unstoppable.
We'll stop it. After coming this far, there's no way we're gonna let that happen.
You poor, simple fools. You think you can defeat me? Me, the mistress of all evil!
Well, girl, we're gonna try. So, as I had said, she has a floating platform that you can instantly disable with gravity. And Goofy has Tornado, and she has very frail defenses. So we're just going to keep attacking, and then with Arrow and the Arrow chip damage and the Tornado, we just completely and utterly wreck her HP. Like, I literally could have finished her now, except she literally turns green, pushes us off with like a sliver. And all I will say is, thank you, Maleficent, because you basically save us and give us the best gift going. So we were saying about rare synthesis drops. What I have not mentioned ever, because it only happens with 2 heartlesses, they are able to drop weapons, and they drop weapons at 0.03%, and with Lucky Strike enabled it goes up to 0.07%. And one of the weapons is a shield for Goofy that can be dropped from the defenders, And Genie gets us a Defender's Shield. And I'm then able to lock onto Maleficent and just destroy her. But like, if any of the Showtime hits had have pinged Maleficent before destroying the Defenders, wouldn't have got that drop. Absolutely unbelievable. 10 out of 10. I wasn't recording live at the time, but I lost it. And like, I will call out to that particular friend who was there when the live reactions, and he can just confirm, yes, I went ballistic. And what's even better is that not only did we absolutely slay the Savage Queen herself that corrupted our best friend and made him like super evil and hate us, we got a shield from her, even better. Like, look at this, 1 MP and now 1 MP and 13 strength. So we're just like astronomically more stronger. And yeah, just unbelievable and nice. I'm literally so juvenile, I'm very sorry. But yeah, we're gonna just hit save because we're like, we are not letting that random act of like god tier probability go by.
Do you need some help?
Riku!
Yes, a Keyblade. But unlike yours, this Keyblade holds the power to unlock people's hearts. Allow me to demonstrate. Behold! Now, open your heart. Surrender it to the darkness. Become darkness itself!
This is it. This power. Darkness. The true darkness!
Now guys, all I'm going to say is that with the power of Disney magic, we are going to crush Maleficent Dragon, who is one of the most hardest boss fights normally. But with high MP, we're going to summon Genie. We're after giving ourselves the Moogle badge. We have boost summoning power, we've Lady Luck, we've good MP. Watch Genie's Showtime work. Let's go. And the HP just melts. Just melts in seconds. And it all depends on how much she moves. If her head moves too much and Genie misses some of those attacks. But it's actually cruel. It's actually just, it's really just, it's bullying. That's the Genie of Agrabah, ladies and gentlemen. Done and dusted, 8,000 XP. GG, well played. So, with Maleficent's defeat, we get Fire Glow, our final summon gems. We can go back to Fairy Godmother and revive him. And this is the point of no return, really.
How ironic. She was just another puppet after all.
What?
The Heartless were using Maleficent from the beginning. She failed to notice the darkness in her heart eating away at her. A fitting end for such a fool.
Anyway, I'll talk to you next time, guys.